You gotta see this. A Trump supporter got kicked out of a bar in Michigan for wearing a MAGA hat, and they had a complete meltdown on camera and started claiming discrimination. It's just too good. Take a look.
Hey, I have a question.
No, we're not answering questions. Get out of the car.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No, actually we don't. Get out of my bar right now.
You're not welcome.
I'm not hanging around. Get out of my bar.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Out.
Because I'm wearing a Trump
Yes.
hat. That's wild.
I don't care. Get out.
We can call the police, or you can just leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Oh, boo-hoo! Boo-fucking who? Get out of my bar.
Yeah, it's interesting how the pro-business Republican Party is now attacking a business for operating in the way that they want to. You cannot call the police and claim discrimination if you're being kicked out for wearing a MAGA hat. You do not have a right to be in that business. No shoes, no shirt, no service. That's a principle here in the United States. And this video really encompasses MAGA because they have the biggest victim complex. If they're not served in a business that doesn't want to serve them, they'll claim that they're calling the cops on you. It's insane.
Get out of my bar.
I can't stop laughing after watching this video because Trump supporters can be too much sometimes. First and foremost, shout out to all these creators for the stitches they are making and giving us their feedbacks. Shout out to the great work they are doing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you're at. Just in case you see me for the very first time, my name is Sumi and I hope you do consider subscribing on the channel. So I came across this video of this Trump supporter who goes to a bar and he or she claims discrimination after he or her being refused to be given service too. And he or she even says that I'm going to call police because you've refused to serve me. How can these people really be so intentional? How are they even so hypocritical? Let's continue watching some of the stitches from different people about this same incident and let me know exactly what you think about it down in the commentary.
We can call the police, or you can just leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
You walked into a gay bar wearing a Trump hat and are shocked that they told you to get the fuck out? Really? You're shocked. And then on top of that, not only you left from what I can see, and then you came back to try and what? Clarify something? They told you to get out. End of story. And shout out to the bar staff for telling this person to get out. Yeah, that's the energy. That's absolutely the energy going forward.
Oh, no, we're not answering
Why?
questions. Get out of the bar.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
Hey, y'all made it legal to discriminate. We just given you a taste of your own medicine. Thank you, Chatterbox. I hope you guys have a wonderful fucking day.
Hey, I have a question.
No, we're not answering questions. Get out of the bar.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No, actually we don't. Get out of my bar right now.
You're not welcome.
I'm not.
I was laughing at her, and I was cackled when I heard that. I was like, okay, sis. But the funny thing is the guy came back on to try to like plead his case because his comment section went left. Because here's the thing: why are you going to an LGBTQT bar that you know is an LGBTQT bar with MAGA gear on? Like, why are you doing that? You're basically essentially harassing these people. Like, you knew what they're doing. Number one. Number two, they do have the right to refuse service. He even said it, but then he was like, there's a way to do things. There's a way to say things. And I'm sitting here like, it's a dive bar. I've been to a dive bar multiple times, multiple dive bars where they're like, duck out when it's time to go. Like, they're cussing at you to get out. It's a dive bar. Like, this isn't some upscale bar in a restaurant. It's a dive bar. They don't have to, they can cuss you out if they want to. They can refuse service if they want to. And those two knew what they were doing. And now they're trying to spin this narrative and this story. They knew what they were doing. They went in there with intentions of harm. To me, that's what it seems like. Because why would you, if you're MAGA and Trump, why would you go to an LGBTQ friendly bar with paraphernalia on and then sit here and record and try to be in these people's faces and being like, it's discrimination. Like, Why would you do that? And we got the tail end of the recording. I believe they had got asked to leave already once or twice, and then that's when they decided to start recording, because of course they're literally provoking these people. That's what it was. You were provoking these people. Like, you can't tell me you weren't. You can't tell me you weren't. And it's like, you knew what you were doing, so please get off of TikTok with your bullshit excuses. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. Like, why? Why do you feel the need to go into a liberal LGBTQ dive bar and start some shit on a Saturday night?
Next time you're in Indianapolis, make sure you stop by the Chatterbox Jazz Bar. This is the greatest commercial. This isn't a commercial, but it should be a commercial.
Hey, I have a question.
No, we're not answering
Why?
questions. Get out of the car.
Why?
Because you're a Trump supporter.
I know, but don't you guys want our money?
No, actually, we don't. Get out of my bar right now.
You're not welcome.
I'm not fucking around. Get out of my bar.
Are you
I'm
serious?
dead serious. Out.
Because I'm wearing a Trump hat.
Yes.
That's wild.
I don't care. Get out.
We can call the police or you can just leave.
You know this is like discrimination, right?
Boo-hoo! Boo fucking who? Get out of my bar.
Not one single person is going to convince me that those people that went to the Chatterbox in downtown Indy didn't do that shit on purpose. Mass Ave is an openly queer supporting community. That is where the queer community can go to feel safe. And if you support Trump and you support queer people, wonderful. You would know not to wear Trump supporting anything going into a queer establishment, just out of respect. These people were asked to leave, which by law is the bar's right. The bar can refuse service to anyone. But then proceed to start recording and re-enter the fucking establishment to harass the bartender that has already asked you to leave. At that point, no, they don't have to be nice. You are already asked to leave the establishment and you came back, which warrants them to call the police. Because at that point, yes, it's harassment. There's no lawsuit here. It's not discrimination against politics. You're white.
Hey, I have a question.
No, we're not answering
Why?
questions. Get out of the car.
Why?
Because you're...
Two things. I am typically a positive person. I am someone who is on my healing journey. And normally, I would not support this because I feel like it's not necessary. However, with that said, y'all Trump supporters literally voted for the right to discriminate. Y'all literally voted for a known and outwardly aggressive supporter of discrimination as it relates to women, as it relates to individuals with mental disabilities, as it relates to neurodivergent people, as it relates to poor people, as it relates to anybody who is black, brown, indigenous, queer, anybody that's not white and Christian. Y'all voted for that. So now, because in America, a business owner has the right to refuse service for any reason, right? So now, when something is affecting y'all, you want to weaponize that term discrimination. Y'all screamed at the rooftops when affirmative action was overturned. Right? Yeah. And this is why, while I'm a positive ass bitch and I believe in karma, I support this. You want to know why? Because every once in a while, motherfuckers need to get a taste of their own motherfucking medicine. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. Y'all voted for that shit. How's it taste? Suck on it.
I don't think anything fires me up more than a person of color that supports Donald Trump. The MAGA moron that posted that video is black. And he wants to claim discrimination because they discriminated against his political beliefs. Why do they do this? Donald Trump hates you. He hates you. He has a long history of discriminating against your people. And a lot of other people too, but primarily yours. It's not about political affiliation. There are a lot of wonderful Republicans out there. Get your head out of that man's ass. He does not give a fuck about you. Very bold of you to proudly support somebody who was found liable of rape and has a long history of racism and discrimination. You're disgusting.
Again, it is so obvious that this person just woke up and said, let me put on this MAGA hat and go outside and cause trouble. You know, they are so good at turning tables around or even blaming others for their own problems. In this situation, we know how people really don't like MAGA supporters for the decision they made, and for you just choose to put on a MAGA hat and go to a bar. Can you imagine? I don't know, you guys, what you really do think about this incident, but I feel like it was so intentional and this person just wanted attention and just wanted people's reaction over the decision they made. So I'm thinking if you've watched this video up to this far, you have really enjoyed it. So I hope you do consider subscribing on the channel again, just in case you see me for the very first time. At the same time, you can always go ahead and talk to me down in the commentary if you find these videos interesting. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we shall meet again in another episode that I'll be uploading tomorrow. See you. Stay blessed.